Hello, how are you? This is Matthew with Love Buddy here today with the Love Tips Live. It's 10 a.m. in the Philippines on a Saturday morning, July 6th. Right now it's 10 p.m. on a Friday night in New York. How are you? Hope you're having a wonderful day. Hope your life is filled with love. Today we're talking about neighborhood conflicts. Now this is a perfect topic for today because I had an experience just a half an hour ago or about an hour ago with a friend on Facebook about a neighborhood situation. And so it was a good chance to really see love tips in action, to see love in action, or to try to be a loving person. You know, the idea behind Love Tips Live is for us to talk about, discuss, share ideas about how to be more loving with each other. How can we do that? You know, sometimes that's hard to do. Sometimes situations become frustrating for us, or they become like a personal challenge. We have to look at ourselves and we have to say, how can I be more loving instead of just reacting in maybe a defensive way or in an angry way or in a way that is blocking or putting up walls to another person. The thing that I know that works so good with neighborhood conflicts, with conflicts with neighbors, people in your neighborhood, people that you know, people around you, the best way to do that I know is through communication and understanding, trying to understand their side of things, not reacting in a negative way, but trying to be open. So communication, compassion, understanding, being open, these are qualities of love. And what happened with me today, to be specific, was we're living in a house, we're renting a house, and there was a woman that volunteered to help us find a house, and she had a friend that knew somebody. And so the friend of a friend actually helped us to find the place where we're living now. So she was part of that chain of people. And the following day, I sent her a message on Facebook Messenger. I said, hey, thank you. Thank you for the help, you know. And then she responded 2 months later. And she responded publicly on my wall and said, hey, you didn't say thank you. And but the thank you is there on Messenger. And I said, what do you mean? You know, I think it was nice that she helped us find a person that helped us find the place, you know. But she was frustrated, and her mother was frustrated. Mother's complaining about us and saying, you know, they didn't do anything. You know, what we do in America is someone who has ever helped me find an apartment, I've moved 100 times, literally. Anyone who's ever helped find an apartment, I've never compensated them directly. They've been compensated by the landlord, the person who gets the money. And I understand that that's how it works in the Philippines, if it works at all. So that was what I was assuming. And I didn't know that she wanted money or she wanted something from me. So through my own ignorance, you know, I was responsible. I was part of that. And so now trying to clear that up with the daughter and sending messages to her, hey, are you angry? Your daughter says you're angry. What's going on? So that we can talk about what kind of compensation she expects and to see if she got any compensation from the landlord here, who's a very nice guy. So not really sure what's going on with that, but I think one of the things that would help my side, you know, we can't control other people. And so I'm saying this almost rhetorically, that I wish that she had said something 2 months ago when I said thank you, and I wish that she had responded in some way. I wish that there had been some way that we could have communicated about it and known what she expected and known that she was disgruntled. And in fact, it's kind of funny. I was thinking about it the other day, about 3 or 4 days ago. I was thinking, you know, we never really got a chance to thank those two women, the one that had the friend and the one that actually knew about this place. And I thought it'd be nice to have them to dinner, you know, or something like that. Some way to say thank you, because I don't know if they got thanked by the landlord or not. Even if they did, it still would be nice. And I did. I said that thank you months ago. But it was just words on Messenger, and that's that's not really showing much appreciation, is it? Not significant. So anywhere I'm in the middle of this, and what I need to be sure that I do in this situation is try to be understanding, of the feelings that they have. Not stick my feet in the ground and say, wait a second, this is the way you're supposed to do it, and you didn't have blah, blah, blah. None of that matters, because I care about their feelings, and they were helpful. And I do want to say thank you, and I do want them to feel appreciated because they did do a nice thing. So the bottom line is, when I'm trying to be loving, if I think about being loving, I'm not trying to win the argument. I'm not trying to be right. I'm trying to be open. Even if the other side could be technically totally wrong, that doesn't matter. I could be totally wrong. They could be totally wrong. In a situation where you're dealing with neighbors, when you're dealing with friends, when you're dealing with someone who's disgruntled, right and wrong doesn't matter, does it? Otherwise, we'd have no conflicts in the world. So we do have conflicts, and we especially have conflicts in our neighborhood. And I throw away this idea of right and wrong. I say, well, I thought that I did this, I thought I did that, I'm sorry, I didn't understand. And what can we do now? So this is the thing that I'm going to pursue going forward, regardless of what I think I did right or what I might have done wrong. From this point forward, okay, what can I do to heal that wound? What can I do to fairly compensate, to fairly be considerate? What can I do moving forward? And because I have love and compassion and understanding, respect, consideration for myself, I'm not going to hurt myself based upon this. So in other words, we don't have to get into groveling with someone who's hostile, if they're hostile. We don't have to get into that. We don't have to get into overcompensating, give you my car, give you my child, give you $1 million. We don't have to do those things, but we do have to do our best to be understanding and considerate and kind and respectful. And that's what I tend to do in this. That's what I intend to do in this situation. And, I'm not a perfect guy. I've got my own emotions. I've got my own reactions. I do business my own way. I've run my own businesses since I was 16 years old. I've had my own companies. And so I have my own way of interacting. And so I have my patterns. I have my ideas. But the bottom line is, none of that matters at all if I'm not being a loving person, if I'm not being an understanding person. So as I get updates on this, I'll share them. I'll share them in the Love Tips in case anyone's curious about if I got any communication today, or if I get any communication tomorrow with her, go back and forth, try to solve this situation, because I don't believe in conflict it's not a helpful thing. We want to work together as a team. We want to help make the neighborhood a better place. So anyway, one more thing. Yesterday I apologize, I missed the Love Tip at 10 o'clock. I partially remember, but then I was distracted because my fiance's brother was in critical condition. He went to the emergency room. He has a cancerous polyp in his sinuses that has been really putting him just in a bed, almost in a coma for the last couple of weeks. None of us have had the money to pay for his hospital bills, so we've just been doing whatever treatment we could. And then he woke up 3 a.m. yesterday throwing up blood. And so we were at the hospital and trying to help out, trying to get our hands on some money, pay for blood, try to find the blood, and trying to contribute to the situation as best as we could. And in all of that, of course, something like my video I forgot. So I apologize for that. So today he's better. From what I understand, he's was okay through the night. His parents were there with him. And I don't know that you could say that he's recovering, but I guess you could say he's stable. And now we're looking to find out about an operation, if they're still bleeding. He was losing blood yesterday. That's why we needed blood transfusions. And so that is going to be continuing today, and we're just going to do the best we can to help out in any way we can. We're going to go find out about some financial help from the government in a few minutes here, we're going to go out the door, and I'm sure we're going to stand in line because there's a new program that started yesterday. Anyway, that's an update on what's happening with Arnold, who's in the hospital right now, and that's affected our schedule with the LoveTips. So I apologize for that. And thank you for listening. Thank you so much. I hope you have a lot of love in your life. And we'll see you tomorrow at the same time, 10 a.m. Philippines time, 10 p.m. New York time. We do this every day. By the way, tomorrow's Sunday. So tomorrow, instead of having Love Tips, we're going to have a Love Cast. And it's going to be, instead of 5 to 10 minutes, it's going to be maybe half hour, 40 minutes on a topic that I'm not sure the topic. I have to check which topic that I've prepared for. Anyway, hope to see you tomorrow. And I love you. Have a wonderful day. Take care. See you next time. Bye-bye.